Okay, so I love having a local database on my own machine. It's simple. I can do things without having to ask a DBA, just get my hands dirty. I can let an AI agent loose on it without fearing for breaking anything. And with Apex laying, I don't have to fear overwriting my colleagues' changes. It was always a bit hard to get this going, but with UC Local Apex Dev, it's simple. It's a free open source GitHub project. You just need to clone the repository, link below, and run a single install script. If you are on Windows, stay up till the end. I have a quick tip for you how to get it running on Windows. But now let's see how to get it installed. Okay, here we are now in a terminal from my friend Fabian. And what you just need to do, if you go to the Git repository, just type install.sh and it will do its thing. So first step is that it will check even if you have like a container engine installed. So you need to have Podman or Docker installed on your system. Also, if you're on Mac or like in general using Podman, there are some settings you need to check the link below. But for example, if your RAM on the virtual machine is too low, the database will not be working. So you can already see it's just pulling the images. This can take a while as it just downloads the database image, etc. And then sets up the containers. When the database initially started, it will do some general settings like data pump directory or like table spaces for audit trail and Apex, so that your database is automatically in an optimized way for you to run things. Next up, it will download the latest Apex release and then just install it. So after a while, you will see the thanks for installing Apex screen. It can take a while, and then it will even go further and optimize some Apex sessions. So for example, timeouts. So normally a session expires in an hour, it will raise that, and other internal things that make it just more convenient for your local database to exist. For example, also disabling passport expiry or disabling archive logs so it doesn't fill up your drive as much. Things that are not needed in a non-production database, basically. Then it will wait for ORDS to be ready and configure ORDS. And yeah, then you're done in a few minutes. So yeah, we're done and we're now back to our terminal. And there are also things that make it easier when using it. For example, there is this local 26ai.sh script. We can pass create user and then Fabian, and it will automatically for you create a database user, a table space, do an Apex workspace from it, and also that it has great grants, so you can do all the things, try out the new features of 26ai. And if you go to VS Code, actually, you see the SQL developer extension and you can just refresh and you can see your connection is already stored in your connection store. So you can just click on it, you're connected to your local database, you can get going. Similarly, from your terminal, you can just call SQL -name local 26ai dash your connection name, and you're connected to your database via the command line. That's also great for agents. Give it to your coding agent, etc. If you go to localhost 8181/ords, you have Apex, and you can connect to your schema by schema name as workspace, admin as username, and welcome_1 as password to any new schema you create. And then you have your Apex workspace ready to go, create some apps there. And we're not done yet. So there is a documentation page here linked from the GitHub. If we open up, there's a whole documentation. There are another things like backup and restore. There are commands to backup your schema with the data pump, with the Apex apps, and even restoring. You can create a local certificate to HTTPS. There are migrations, meaning that if there is a new version of the database, I will give you a guide on how you can upgrade to the latest one without losing any data. There are scripts to stop and start your database in a normal way. There's a script to show how much space you have used and some command to even shrink that space or to compress this table space easily. And as promised for Windows users, the issue is that Windows does not support Bash. This all lives on Bash scripts. But if you install Windows Subsystem for Linux too, that basically lets you run a Linux kernel next to your Windows, then you can also use it there. Here's a guide in the documentation link below. I can really recommend even that, because even if you use coding agents, they are much better on Linux than on Windows. All right, it's open source. You can even contribute if you have any issues or questions. You can create issues or discussions. And if you like it, give us a star. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.